Hi, this is Miss Bronze Beauty, and I'm basically giving my 2 cents on the Bruce Jenner um, situation. Okay, um, before I even say anything and give my 2 cents, I'll say this. What I might say, I'm quite sure there will be those who might be offended. I'm not trying to offend anyone who may be living in the transgender community. That is not what my video is about. Not at all. But I have to say what I need to say. Okay. Just letting it, just a warning, letting you know it's not about trying to offend anyone. Okay. Bruce Jenner. Okay. Um, I wasn't even going to do a video on this. There's so many other things that's happening in the world that need some airtime, but you know what? When you're being bombarded with these images day in and day out, from all media sources, okay, sooner or later, you're gonna have to say something, okay? Look, I do not find this Bruce Jenner, I don't feel that Bruce Jenner should be congratulated. I don't feel he should be pat on the back. I don't feel that it is an honor for a man to flip-flop and change genders and live his life as a woman. And vice versa, a woman too. I don't think, the same with a woman. But I don't see where that's having courage. Okay, I don't see where it's something that should be honored with some sort of medal. I think it's sick. And it speaks of this underlying mental illness that's not properly being dealt with. I find it to be a mental disorder. When did having a mental illness or a mental disorder get you a pat on the back? For what it is a mental disorder. When you were born a boy or a girl, that is what you are. And when you have this mental disorder that makes you feel like, okay, even though I am a boy, I think I am a girl, you need help. And you need the proper help. Whatever it, to see what's going on within you. To see whether this is some type of chemical imbalance in the brain. To see what's making you, a boy, think that you are a girl, and vice versa. Oh, God. All day, every day, for the past few days now. Oh, it took so much courage for him. Oh, isn't he beautiful? Oh my God. Look. Just, sick. It speaks of the society that we're living in. Sick. No. You are a man. You are a man that has been married. You are a man that has fathered children. And now you've you're you're living your life as a woman. But and okay, you still have your penis and you still like heterosexual women. Am I the only one that sees that there is something wrong mentally? That this is a confused man. He has a mental disorder. And he needs proper guidance, proper help, or whatever. And anyone else who is suffering with that mental disorder. And like I said before, I even began giving my 2 cents. I'm not trying to offend anyone who is living with this disorder. Not at all. I think he needs a proper help like any one of us who might have a mental disorder or a mental illness. An imbalance in our system. There is male and female in the natural world. And when we are born into our genders, that is what we need to be in order to keep the proper balance in nature. If you were born a boy, that is what you are. And you have to learn what it is to be a man. If you were born a girl, then you need to learn what it is to be a woman. That's how nature works. I'm not talking about these quack psychologists who are only exploiting people who have this mental disorder, okay? And these surgeons who are exploiting them as well. Everything is a dollar figure, not really concerned with the mental disorder, but more of exploiting these people. It's sad. I know it must be very difficult to have this mental disorder, to feel like you're trapped inside of the wrong body. Of course, that has to be difficult to anyone who has ears to hear this. But what's not being said, and why I made this video, is you're not talking, the horror stories, okay, is not being discussed. The suicides are not being discussed. There's no pat on the back from me or any congratulations to Bruce Jenner or the media propaganda that's surrounding this issue. Because you have people with this mental disorder who have committed suicide, okay, because they weren't helped properly. They went through their operations to change their genders. The outside. But whatever was going on the inside was not corrected. And they found out that, you know what? They're stuck in a different body now, but they still have those same feelings. Nothing was done for the inside. Many have committed suicide because of this. That's not discussed. You still have some who get these operations and they're still not happy with who they are. You have some who have been mutilated and disfigured because of these operations. Again, like I said, I'm not putting my 2 cents onto this issue to offend, but you know what? This issue is not something that deserves a pat on the back, or that should be taken so lightly, when there are those who are maimed, and those who commit suicide, and those who are not being helped properly because of this. This is sick. You have parents now that are getting, there are operations now for children to change their genders. You have parents putting their children on these hormonal therapies, or stopping puberty and what have you, taking a body that is already suffering from some sort of imbalance and helping that imbalance become greater, instead of dealing with whatever that issue is that's making that body imbalanced like that. I think it's sad. I think it's sick. And for the parents who are now doing this to their children, they are sick too. Bruce Jenner should not be receiving such accolades for his mental illness, for a mental disorder that has not been dealt with properly. And let's think about his kids for a minute. I'm not talking to even the Kardashian children he's fathered, but how disturbing that must be. And what of his ex-wives? How can you, gosh, this is sad. This is sick. This is not right. And God, it's just sickening living in such a society that will give honor and praise and so much accolades for something that doesn't deserve it. In this lifetime, you have to accept yourself and be who you are. And when I hear, how, if you're flip-flopping from genders, how are you accepting yourself? And how are you being who you are? Because when you came into this world, you were not the next gender. You were your own gender. So, in flip-flopping and changing genders, you're not being true to yourself. That's just my 2 cents. I can go on, but I'm running out of time on my video. And I'm quite sure I forgot to make quite a few points that I wanted to make, but this is sick. Bruce Jenner doesn't deserve any accolades for being a man and then flip-flopping and living his life as a woman. It goes against nature. Peace out.